I got a bonus video for you this week. There's an article from Fandom Pulse. Mark Hamill admits being terminally online during the election made him crazy and ignored his daughter's advice to stop spamming political tweets. What are you doing spamming political tweets, Mark? I don't know what kind of tweets you're spamming. Are you spamming the ones that agree with you or disagree with you? I can only imagine that he's seeing a lot of tweets that disagree with his point of view or support Trump, and therefore he's going crazy. He can't handle the fact that he was losing. Well, you lost the election. This just points to his inability to be in touch with reality, which makes me sad because, of course, he is Luke Skywalker. And everybody complained about him being destroyed in The Lost Jedi, but the Star Wars trilogy was already destroyed with The Force Awakens. So anyway, before we get into this article, please remember to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Make sure that you're still subscribed because YouTube does unsubscribe people. I want to thank you all for stopping by. You can find me over on Rumble and on Twitter. Mark Hamill went so hard for Kamala Harris during the election that many thought he was a paid shill for the campaign. But a new interview shows the Star Wars actor may have simply lost his mind, and he says he was devastated by the election results. You were devastated by the election results? Really? The heck? I don't think I've ever been devastated by election results. It's just the way the system works here in this country. Mark Hamill became the poster child for the first Joe Biden campaign, as he infamously went to the White House to announce he considered Biden to be Joe B-Wan Kenobi. I like wordplay. Well, we can see what Joe B-Wan Kenobi did to the country right now. We've got an open border that's a mess, bringing in drugs and all sorts of other criminal behavior. We have spy balloons from China flying over the country. We got a fentanyl crisis. We got mass inflation, a poor job market. What else do you need to know about this country right now? And you could blame Donald Trump all you want to. Say, oh, Donald Trump did all that in his first term. It's going to be more from his second term. Well, I find it interesting, to say the least, that all these people, whenever something is going good, they say, oh, it's because of my candidate. But whenever something is going bad, they say, oh, it's or whatever, it's because of the candidate that wasn't mine. After it became clear that Biden did not have the mental acumen to serve another term as president, Mark Hamill immediately shifted to being Harris's full-time supporter on his X account. His posting was so over the top that many speculated the Harris campaign paid him for his advertisements. Yeah, I don't know what he was posting. I don't follow him on X. So I didn't get too many of those posts coming in. Maybe I got a couple of them. After the election, however, Hamill followed the trend of many Hollywood celebrities, blaming X for the election of Donald Trump and Elon Musk by proxy, and he virtue signaled by saying he was going to leave X for blue skies, saying, now that I've fled Leon's site for bluer skies, I'm sure I'll be called the XX, but personally, I'll always consider myself a hashtag Twitter quitter. They wrote Leon's site here. I think they meant Elon's. Yeah, let's see. Yeah, he wrote Leon's, though, in his tweet. There you go. Now the embattled actor has given a new interview where he shows how bad his Trump derangement really is, and it appears to be driven by mental illness. In an interview clip posted by Audie whatever on X, Mark Hamill is shown as bumbling about his extreme leftist activism before he starts saying, first of all, I was devastated. I want to get rid of the Electoral College because Hillary beat him by 3 million votes, just shy under 3 million, and Gore beat W by 500,000, and it's making me crazy. Well, that's the way the Electoral College works. It was set up that way for a reason. Let's see if he actually says that in this interview.
I never, like you, to your question, I never became active until wanting to make sure that, first of all, I was devastated. I want to get rid of the Electoral College because Hillary beat him by 3 million votes, just a shy under 3 million. And Gore beat W by 500,000. And it was making me crazy because I started reading about the Electoral College. And, oh my God, this is remnants of slave days when they were trying to, proportion the amount of votes with,
Yeah, that's what it's all about. It's all about slavery, of course. They have nothing else to stand on, the progressives, so they go right for the jugular every single time. But it doesn't work. They still keep doing it.
How many slaves you owned, and oh, it's awful. But anyway, so that and Citizens United, I'd like to get rid of. But in any case, I started, as you said, you get most scorching hate tweets from the MAGA crowd. And when I was still on Twitter, I had to stop reading the responses. I wouldn't block anyone because then they could display Mark Hamill blocked you as a badge of honor.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they would do. I mean, everybody's out there looking for that badge of honor from Mark Hamill, blocking them.
But I muted like a mofo. I would mute, I looked up one day and I said, oh my God, I've been muting people for 40 minutes. So once I realized how it was eating into my own time, I said, the only thing to do is don't read the response.
Yes.
You just
No.
can't. You
Wow, what a concept! Who would have thought? The savior of a galaxy far, far away finally figured it out.
can't. And someone said to me, my daughter would say, Daddy, you shouldn't tweet politically so much because, people get so angry. And so I wrote a tweet that I said, the people complaining about my Trump tweets have to understand. I love my country and I feel it's my patriotic duty to oppose this sociopathic, well, I forget the other word, whatever it was, with every fiber of my being. And that's the way I've been. I thought, I mean, I do feel it's an obligation. And who cares about your career? People say, oh, well, it's hurting your career because you have to appeal to the whole country, not just half the country or 45% or whatever the MAGA crowd is. But I said, in the grander scheme of things, who cares if I lose a part in a movie because I hate the orange atrocity? I do, and I want people to know that. So
Okay, yeah, who cares if you lose a part in the movie? Court gesture, make me laugh. I don't care what you think about the king. In fact, it's pretty fitting that I refer to Mark Hamill as court jester because he's known for playing the Joker, right? He does a good job of playing the Joker, from what I've seen. But the orange atrocity, now you have Trump derangement syndrome. Like, it sounds like Mark Hamill has Trump derangement syndrome. You don't have Trump derangement syndrome if you can bring your receipts. Is he bringing any receipts? No, he just calls him the orange atrocity. If you don't like Donald Trump, you have every right not to like him. Bring your receipts. Are you just listening to the media say, oh, he's bad? Okay, yeah, you're right, he's bad. Or do you actually have reasons for not liking, not trusting an individual? I'm not going to read through this. It's just quoting him what we just watched in the video. And it says, Mark Hamill's comments show how hate-filled and extreme the left is, as well as what happens when a person becomes terminally online as they slowly lose their sense of perspective and sanity to where it hurts one's own life. And what is this here? The resistance Mark Hamill joins Blue Sky? I don't understand. I guess he has a little tweet there that he put out. Okay. Far too much of the left entered into an echo chamber where it's easy to read from Mark Hamill could only describe his hatred of Trump as being whatever it was when using NPC talking point buzzwords. As Hollywood and the entertainment elites became more detached from the average person in their circles, they lose the ability to connect and resonate on an emotional level with their art. Perhaps Mark Hamill illustrates why the treatment of Luke Skywalker in The Last Jedi offended so much of the audience, and yet Hollywood somehow thought it was a good thing by his insane takes. At least he's no longer bothering anyone on X and is whining for the choir on Blue Sky. Yeah, it is really sad to see that Luke Skywalker apparently has turned to the dark side, and I'm not saying he's turned to the dark side because he voted Democrat or wants the Democratic Party to be in power. What I'm saying is he has clearly got Trump derangement syndrome, where he just, the media said it, therefore the media is right because that's my God and overlord. They tell me what I should think and believe. Media says he's bad, therefore he's bad. No, that's not how you judge a person based on what the media says. Judge them on their actions. If you have receipts, bring them. What do you think of Mark Hamill's insane comments about Donald Trump and his role in the election? Leave a comment and let us know. Are there any good comments down here? Let's see. When the child is more aware than the parent. Yeah, referring to his daughter being more aware than he is. No longer a fan of Fluke Light Talker. Yeah, well, I don't know what to tell you about that. It's pretty insane to think that a person would go on this rant. And I want to take a look here at this again. Let me see if I can find the spot. We see the guy down in the left-hand corner is like, what am I listening to? Gavin Newsom's like, yeah, I agree, but will he hurry it up? And then the guy up in the upper left seems to be, yeah, exactly. Everything he says is right. So Gavin Newsom here in California, he's caused a lot of problems. And of course, he has the hypocrisy of shutting everything down, but what he wanted to keep open during the pandemic. So if this is a person he's keeping company with, I don't know who these other people are. The two guys on top, they look like they're in the same place. So that might be some sort of podcast that Gavin Newsom happens to be on at this time. Yeah, it might be this. What is this? Autism Capital. I guess. I don't know. Whatever that is. But if these are the people that Mark Hamill is keeping company with, then it says a lot about him, who he is as a person. Anyway, thanks for watching. I will see you all in the next video.